Alright guys, welcome back. As we continue looking for an AK-47. I don't think I've been in this area before. Yeah, of course. Of course, I don't have to go yet. This is kind of fun. There we go.
Looks like you've got an AK. If you wear an enemy's field outfit and carry an AK, you can pass for one of them. Listen up, kid, and don't forget this. Only the guards in Shell 1's core are armed with AK rifles. The others are armed with AN-94, the official rifle of the Russian army. If you hope to disguise yourself as the enemy, you don't want to be carrying an AK outside of Shell 1's core.
And by carry, they mean have it equipped. Let's grab those bullets. Alright. So I just get back upstairs.
Shell 1's core has extremely tight security. Impersonate an enemy personnel to infiltrate the section. For a proper disguise, select the enemy field uniform you receive from the ninja. This will allow you to blend in. But you still need one more thing. It will look suspicious if you're not carrying the standard equipment. All personnel in the Corps are equipped with AK-74Us. Select your own AK when you're in disguise.
Yeah.
Even the most successful disguise can't protect you if you decide to blow your own cover by attacking the enemy. Do not engage the enemy while you are in disguise.
Makes sense.
Raiden, don't act in any way that will excite the enemy's suspicion. A perfect disguise can be ruined by a single odd behavior. Be careful.
True that, Raiden. Who's that?
If you make physical contact with the enemy while in disguise, the disguise will be deselected. Keep that in mind.
Deselected? What the hell does that mean?
Colonel, who's that person, Ames?
I checked the roster of Secret Service members serving the president. There was definitely a person on the list named Ames.
So what that ninja said then was not a lie after all.
As far as the roster goes, no. Rose, do you have any other information?
All right, I'll look into it for you.
I'm counting on you.
Thanks, Rose.
Colonel, the stories about a Metal Gear within the Big Shell,
That is still being looked into.
Sorry, Jack.
and stories that the Big Shell is just a cover.
Well, every record I've looked through only ever has it as a legitimate offshore decontamination facility. On paper, it's clean.
So you're saying that we have no choice but to talk to Ames or whoever else?
That's what they're saying.
Raiden, when you're flattened against a corner, you have the ability to survey the scene behind you while staying concealed. This is called the corner view. Use it to find an opening in their surveillance and move ahead undiscovered. Strafing is allowed, unlike in VR training. Peek by using LT and RT, and make jump-out shots with the weapon button. Take advantage of the different options.
You can totally tell that part was a different voice than the other part. From the first part, when they were talking about the buttons. This was originally on PlayStation 2. There was no LT and RT buttons. They tried, but that's kind of funny. Alright. Let's see if Pliskin says anything.
Pliskin, do you know anything about a Secret Service agent named Ames? Ames? You've heard of him? No. Listen, if you know anything... No. I got the name mixed up with someone else. Forget it.
Jeez.
When you swing up from hanging, use the momentum to knock someone out. Try it when there's an enemy near the railings.
Alright, let's see.
Jack, is that you?
See, look, it says saved on 11/2/2015. But it's still the first. So I don't understand. And then it fixes the date. I don't get that.
Rose.
So, have you decided to talk yet?
Nope.
That's too bad.
Why are you so interested in me all of a sudden?
Because I'm curious. More so than before. Does it really bother you that much?
There must be some things you don't want to say.
Like what?
You know, those things you don't want to say.
Let's see. Things you don't want to say. Like that you've been married before? That you're 80 years old? That you used to be a woman?
Rose.
What exactly is it you won't tell me? Do you think I'd hate you if I knew? Do you really have that little faith in me?
No, it's nothing like that.
Then what is it?
It's...
It really bothers me. The fact that there's a side of you I don't know. Sometimes I just can't help myself.
You've got me right now. Isn't that enough?
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I know I'm being greedy, but it's just not enough.
Damn it, woman. Alright. Alright. So we're gonna go over there. But at first I think I need to equip my mind. My mindy. Yep. Let's make sure I don't blow myself up. What? Are you fucking kidding? Whatever. I'm just running. Good thing I'm running too. I'm sure that was a guy up on top of the balcony and like saw me like one of the first times I was coming through there. I'm sure that's what it was. Alright. In we go. Oh shit! I should have disguised myself first. Alright, so where's that disguise? There it is. And you want to equip the AK. Ta-da! Let's see what they got to say about that.
Raiden, make contact with Ames and obtain information about the president. You're in the Shell 1 core now. Ames is being held on B1. Head for B1.
B1. Was it bingo?
Ames is most likely being held with other hostages.
Sure, but I don't even know what Ames looks like.
Use the directional microphone to distinguish Ames from the other hostages. It's the only way. According to our information, Ames has a pacemaker. This should make his cardiac pattern fairly distinct. Use the directional microphone to locate it. Isn't the directional microphone supposed to be somewhere in the core of Shell 1?
I guess that's what he said. I'll have to find that first.
If you make physical contact with the enemy while in disguise, the disguise will be deselected. Keep that in mind.
Which means...
That uniform's probably not even close to your size.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, it feels pretty tight.
It's probably a better fit for Rosemary here than you. Just an observation. Let's get back to the mission, shall we?
That was inappropriate.
That was inappropriate.
Raiden, Rosemary has a report for you on Ames.
Jack, it's about Ames.
Did you find anything?
Yeah, only that there's nothing to find.
What?
There is not a single record, let alone his social security number, address, or background. I couldn't even find Ames' gender, age, or full name.
What does that mean?
All I found out was Ames. Just that one word.
Even still, Ames is our way to the president. We'll have to make contact. Head for floor B1 in the core of Shell 1.
After you find that microphone. Which we're still working on.
The Shell 1 core is what its name implies, the center of the big shell. The first basement floor is a capacious meeting hall. I'm sure that's where they held the welcome reception for the president and the environmental protection inspection team. But its core function is concentrated in the second basement floor computer room. This computer room is where the flow of polluted water and the status of filtration is observed, in addition to being where all tasks for other facilities are carried out. I can understand why security is so tight.
Flatten yourself against the wall.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that right now. Wait, what? What was that about a beautiful woman? Maybe I should have read it. Well.
Jack, do you need to save?
Well, I'd like to. That was a clock on the dot. Look at that.
Jack, have you remembered what day it is tomorrow?
No.
I see.
You said you had something you wanted to talk to me about? What was it?
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why does it have to be tomorrow?
So I can build up enough courage first. And so you won't run away.
I would never do something like that.
Liar. Every time I want to talk about something, you suddenly remember that you have some work you have to do, or you get a stomachache.
Hey, that's not...
You know it's true. What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything, and I won't try to run away.
Is that so? Well then, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah,
So you have to come back, okay?
I know.
I know. I know. So is there a node somewhere?
Jack, do you need to save?
Oh, no.
Take it easy.
Say oops.
If you make physical contact with...
All about this.
So, you've got an AKS-74U. If you wear an enemy's field outfit and carry an AK, you can pass for one of them. The AK is an outstanding rifle in terms of precision and reliability, as evidenced by widespread licensed manufacturing, not to mention large quantities of illegal reproductions. The AK is in high demand around the world. It is often used as reference for the design of new rifle models. Designs for Israel's Galil, Finland's Valmet, and other rifles are based on the basic structure of the AK. You have a smaller model of the AKS-74 that was designed for use by Special Forces personnel. The stock will only extend to a maximum length of 726 millimeters, a feature that makes the rifle easier to handle in small spaces. The AK can be fitted with a suppressor. With a suppressor, you won't have to worry about your gunshots being heard. Listen up, kid, and don't forget this. Only the guards in Shell 1's Corps are armed with AK rifles. The others are armed with the AN-94, the official rifle of the Russian army. If you hope to disguise yourself as the enemy, you don't want to be carrying an AK outside of Shell 1's Corps.
Yeah, kid.
I see you're wearing the enemy field uniform. Looks pretty good on you.
Cut it out. It's bad enough that I'm dripping with sweat, wondering when somebody's gonna see through my disguise.
Don't worry, and quit being so sensitive. At least your walk won't give you away.
My walk? What do you mean, my walk?
Nothing. Forget I said it. I'd worry more about the fact that the uniform's a little small for your size. It just might come off when you bump into an enemy. Normally, a proper fitting uniform is issued to a soldier. You're just going to have to fit your movement to the uniform.
I get it.
If you see a likely handhold while you're jumping down from hanging, try pressing the action button. If you hit it well, you should be able to grab on. It'll work even if the direction is a little off, so play around with it.
Play with it, Raiden. No idea if this is for sure what direction I want to go. See what I can find. Chef grenade. Yes. Good. This one's what I was looking for. Node. Node.
If you find an item box, walk up to it and take a look in first-person view. You should be able to see what's inside the box. An item box can sometimes fall out while moving an enemy's body. Pick it up quickly. Once you put a chokehold on an enemy from behind, you can drag him around with you. As long as you don't let go, he can serve as a human shield.
Alrighty. Well, it's out of order, huh?
Raiden, make contact with Ames and obtain information about the president. You're in the Shell 1 Corps now. Ames is being held on B1. Head for B1.
Jump down right onto the enemy's head from hang to knock him out. Look down in first-person view to aim well.
Alright. Somebody wants to tell me about the door. Elevator, eh? I'm not sure we need to go down there just yet. There'll be one.
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
Perfect. 4-2 now.
You're on B1 of the Shell 1 core now. Ames is being held in the hall. To get in the hall, you'll have to get through a door protected by a retinal scanner security system. Right. Get past the retinal scanner and infiltrate the hall.
About the directional microphone, I'll do that.
Right. If you need to get past the biometric security system, you need to bring one of the enemies to the retinal scanner.
How do I do that?
Put an enemy sentry in a chokehold. Then drag him over to the retinal scanner. Come up behind an enemy without any weapon selected. Then press the weapon button to put him in a chokehold.
Sounds like a good plan.
Raiden, the retinal scanner does not work on anything but living and open eyes. Don't knock the man out either. Be careful. Retinal scanners are taken offline in alert mode. If you are spotted, you need to shake off pursuit completely first. Raiden, the retinal scanner does not work on anything but living and open eyes. Don't knock the man out either. Be careful.
How much was from this game? Save.
What can I do for you, Jack?
Let's forget what I got down here.
You know, Jack, there's something that bugs me sometimes.
What?
Why are you going out with me?
Huh?
Is it because I'm beautiful?
Well, why are you asking me this all of a sudden? And where do you get off calling yourself beautiful?
Well, it's the truth, plain and simple. I'm too smart not to realize it and not sarcastic enough to be modest about it.
Is that so? Well then, your schedule must be booked solid with dates.
You bet. I've even hired a private secretary to deal with all of them. But she cancels all of my appointments except for yours.
Ooh.
Sometimes it really does bother me. Sometimes I think all you want is a pretty face to accompany you to parties.
What are you...
Just to make everyone jealous when they see you with me.
You're being ridiculous.
Oh, really? But you never talk about yourself. I never know whether it's really me you want by your side, whether you'd ditch me if you found someone prettier.
You know that's not true.
Really? Then would you still go out with me even if I weren't beautiful?
Of course.
Do you like me for me, or is it my reputation?
Do you really think anyone would say your reputation? I'm just joking. Of course I like you for you. Honest truth.
Really? Thank you.
Alright, let's see what we can find here. Did I already check these? Oh, I did. Good, some rations. Perfect. Alright. Alright, so we still need to find that microphone. Oh, come on. Ooh, that was close. What the hell are I doing? Alright, we're supposed to just go ahead and put someone in a chokehold now. Oh, well, that didn't work. Ooh.
Enemy sight.
I think you messed up, Raiden.
Jack, what's going on? Answer me! Jack? Jack!
It's because I was moving. Well, goodness. It's not really what I meant to do. Kill me.
Raiden!
Raiden! Alright, so really I just meant to hold the gun up without actually shooting. I guess you can't really do that with an assault rifle, apparently. I would know. I haven't been using any assault rifles this whole time.
pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
There we go.
Raiden, one of those hostages in there is Ames. The only thing we know is that Ames wears a pacemaker. His heartbeat should sound different from other people's, so use the directional microphone to locate him. You don't have a directional microphone, however. Find one first. The microphone is the only hope of identifying Ames among all the other hostages. The directional microphone should be somewhere in the core of Shell 1.
Have you searched B2 of the core?
Oh gee, is that a clue that it's in B2? That's exactly what it sounded like to me.
Reporting of Loveland City Hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Well, how about we go on down to B2, huh? And I think that'd be where we will save that. Oops. I always do that. It like goes to this automatically.
Use the directional microphone to distinguish Ames from the other hostages. It's the only way. According to our information, Ames has a pacemaker. This should make his cardiac pattern fairly distinct. Use the directional microphone to locate it.
Have you searched B2 of the core?
Well, damn, bitch. That's where I just went down to.
Jack, do you need to save?
Yes.
Jack, tell me, am I really helping you out?
Yeah, you're a huge help. I'm lucky to have you as an analyst.
But didn't you tell me just a little while ago that I should change my job or quit or something?
Yeah, you were pretty pissed off.
Why did you say those things?
Well, you have to work overtime and stuff. It sounded pretty tough.
But you didn't mean it, did you?
I was wrong about a lot of things then. I just thought that if we had more time to spend together, that,
You were thinking of your own danger.
well,
Don't you think it's selfish to expect everyone to be at your beck and call? I'm not your personal possession, you know.
that's not how I think of you.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Listen, I like you, and I like the me that likes you. But I do not like being summed up as Jack's girlfriend. The very thought of it makes me shiver. There's a lot more to me than just being your girlfriend. The fact that I'm doing the job I want to do is part of that, understand?
Yeah, of course
I want to be recognized, first of all, for who I really am, especially by you. I don't want you, of all people, thinking that I'm just your girlfriend.
That's not what I think at all.
Can you really say that?
Absolutely.
Really? I'm glad.
Rose, you're just a girlfriend. Alright guys, I'll cut it here. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.